Hey, it is Tuesday, April 21st, and today we are doing lesson 2 in chapter 13. So let's jump right into it. We are starting on page 831. So if you need to grab your My Math books, go ahead and get those open. Here we go. Example number 1. It says, it takes Jasmine 2 minutes to ride her bike 1 block. How long does it take Jasmine to ride the route shown 3 times? So here we have the route that Jasmine rode her bike, and you're going to notice right away it is not the four-sided figure that we were working with yesterday. Okay, so there's going to be a couple steps to this problem in order to figure out how long it takes Jasmine to ride this route 3 times. So step number 1, it says understand what facts do you know. It takes Jasmine blank minutes to ride her bike 1 block. So we know that it takes her 2 minutes to ride just 1 block. It then says, what do you need to find? We need to find how long it will take to ride the route 3 times. Okay, so there's a couple things we need to figure out. Number 1, we're gonna have to figure out what is the perimeter of this figure. As you guys can see, we're gonna be adding more than just 4 sides, okay? So we need to find the distance around this whole route that Jasmine rode her bike. Then we're going to have to take that and we're going to have to multiply that by 3, okay? That will give us the total distance that Jasmine rode her bike. Then the next step, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take those number of blocks that Jasmine rode and we're going to have to multiply it by 2. So we're going to go ahead and move on down. As you can see, they show quite a bit of the work for you already, okay? So the first thing that they did is they added up all the sides for us already. So we've got 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4. We get a total of 16 blocks. So on that route, on this figure right here, if she rides around the whole thing 1 time, it is 16 blocks, okay? So she rides around that 3 times. So you can see the next step. What did they do? They added 16 plus 16 plus 16, which gives them 48. So in the end, we know that Jasmine rode 48 blocks altogether. All right, so that's the distance that she rode. Now the question, going back to the question, it says, how long did it take Jasmine to ride that route 3 times? Now every block, it took her 2 minutes. So you can see right here, they take 2, the number of minutes per block. They multiply it by 48, which was the total number of blocks, okay? And they get a total of 96 minutes. That is our total. So again, she rode this route 3 times. It takes 2 minutes for every block. She ended up riding a total of 96 minutes, okay? So for that first problem-solving problem, they pretty much laid everything out for us step by step. It was a multi-step problem, okay? So if you need to reread the question a couple times, please do so, okay? Alrighty, we are going to move on to our example 2. All right, and there we go. Example 2. At the top, it says, Hayden and his friends want to draw a court on the playground to play Foursquare. The sides of each of the small squares are 4 feet. What is the perimeter of the entire court? So they have the figure drawn right here for us, okay? And it says, what do you know? All right, well, I want us to look at this figure that they drew for us. And what we know is that each of these squares, okay, has side lengths of 4 feet. So when we put all 4 of these squares together, okay, what is the side length of each side? All right, well, we can just simply write 8, 8, 8, and 8. All right, that is the new side length of the new square that they created. Okay, so the facts that we know is that the sides are 8 feet. Okay? So there we go. We know that the sides are 8 feet. What we need to find, the perimeter. Okay, so the distance all the way around. All right. Now, if you guys remember from yesterday's lesson, there's two different ways that we could solve this when it comes to finding the perimeter of squares. We can take 4 and we can multiply it by the side length, or we can just simply add all 4 sides up together, okay? It really doesn't matter. Now, some of you guys probably did some mental math here in your head, okay? And that's just fine, okay? So we are finding the perimeter of their 4 square. So I could do 4 times 8 because we've got 4 sides and we know each side length is 8 feet, or I can add up all 4 of the 8s. In the end, as you can see, we are going to end up with a perimeter of 32 feet. So that is the distance around their 4 square. All right. So had a little perimeter there, a little problem solving. All right. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Again, reread the problem if you need to. For your independent practice, guys, I want you guys to work on page 833, if you would, and then go ahead and turn the page and you can work on the homework, okay? Make sure you guys are checking that Google Classroom. See you guys later.